Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news. Hey Bears fans, you might want to sit down for this one because the NFL landscape is buzzing with some serious rumors that could have huge implications for our beloved team. Word is swirling around that the Houston Texans are exploring a blockbuster trade involving one of their top defensive stars, Will Anderson Jr., and it could be headed straight to Chicago. Now, this isn't just idle chatter. Sources like Diana Rossini are hinting at a trade that could reshape our division and energize our defense in a way we haven't seen in years. So, what's the scoop? Well, apparently, the Texans are open to trading Anderson in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2027. The Texans are looking to free up cap space, around $10 million, by moving Anderson, who is just entering his prime and has established himself as one of the most explosive pass rushers in the league. They need to do this to give their quarterback, C.J. Stroud, some breathing room, especially with extensions looming that could hit their cap hard. But for us, this isn't just about clearing cap space. It's about adding a game-changing talent to our front seven that could elevate our entire defense to elite status. Now, let's talk about Anderson himself. This guy has been a force since he stepped into the league, with over 25 sacks in his career, and he's been a consistent pressure machine, more than 70 pressures annually since his rookie year. His 2025 season was no different, with 5 sacks, 92 pressures, 3 forced fumbles, and a PFF pass rush grade of 90. That's elite, folks. Anderson's win rate of 26% and EPA per snap of -0. 15 show that he's not just a good player, he's a game wrecker. Think about pairing him with DeMarcus Walker, possibly adding some help in the draft, and suddenly our pass rush becomes a nightmare for quarterbacks. Anderson's style of play draws comparisons to some of the best pass rushers in the league, like Nick Bosa early in his career. He's versatile, can beat tackles with speed, power, and even some finesse moves. He's a disruptor, and he's healthy, which is a big deal. No injuries in 2025, and he's shown no signs of slowing down. His pressure rate, combined with Sweat's 5 sacks, could give us a duo that terrorizes offenses. Imagine the possibilities. Anderson and Sweat rushing from opposite edges, creating a nightmare scenario for any offensive line. That kind of talent infusion could be the missing ingredient that turns our defense into a top-tier unit and helps us compete at the highest level. Now, why would the Texans want to make this move? Well, despite their 8-5 record and a decent defense allowing about 22 points per game, they're in a tricky spot financially. Their cap situation is tight, especially with extensions for C.J. Stroud coming up, which could cost around $28 million. Moving Anderson not only frees up some cap space, around $10 million, but it also allows them to focus their draft on bolstering the offensive line, which has been a point of concern. They've got a decent defense, but their pass rush could use an injection of elite talent, and Anderson fits that bill perfectly. Plus, the Texans' overall team needs to balance offense and defense, and trading Anderson might be a strategic move to strengthen other areas. From the Bears' perspective, this trade would be nothing short of a game-changer. Adding Anderson would instantly elevate our pass rush, which has been solid but not quite elite yet. We've got players like DeMarcus Walker, but Anderson's ability to consistently generate pressure and sacks would push our defense into a new stratosphere. His addition could help us create more turnovers. He's averaged over 3 forced fumbles per season and force opponents into uncomfortable third-and-long situations. That would give our secondary more opportunities to make plays, and with our young cornerbacks and safeties, we'd be looking at a secondary that's more opportunistic and aggressive. And let's not forget the impact on our overall team strategy. With Anderson and Sweat rushing the passer, the opposing offenses would be forced to double-team one of them, freeing up our linebackers and secondary to make more plays on the ball. This kind of pressure creates turnovers, and in the NFL, turnovers are often the difference between winning and losing. Our defense could transform from a good unit to one of the league's best, anchoring us in close games and giving us a real shot at making a deep playoff run. Looking ahead, the stats tell us a lot about what Anderson could bring to Chicago. His 2025 season alone was impressive. 11, 5 sacks, 92 pressures, and a pass rush grade of 90. 2, he's been consistently productive since his rookie year, with over 25 sacks in his career so far. His PFF grades place him in the top 10 among edge rushers, and his versatility makes him a nightmare for offenses. He can line up on the edge, rush from the interior in certain scenarios, and create chaos in both the run game and the pass game. His ability to generate QB hits, 18 last season, and his run-stop grade of 82. 4 make him a complete player who can impact every aspect of the game. This move also has playoff implications. Anderson, with his clutch ability, could be a real X-factor in January. His sack rate in the postseason has been on the rise, and he's shown he can step up in big moments. The odds of him making a difference in the playoffs are high, and that could be the missing piece for our Super Bowl aspirations. The NFL odds already reflect this potential, with odds moving from plus 2,500 to plus 700. That's a significant shift, and it's based on the idea that adding Anderson makes the Bears a legitimate contender, especially if he can replicate his elite pass rush performance in the postseason. Of course, some might wonder about the cost. Giving up a first-round pick is always a gamble, but in this case, it might be worth it. Anderson's talent is rare, and his potential impact on our defense and overall team success could justify the price. Plus, with the draft capital we have, we can still address other needs, like offensive line or linebacker, while adding a proven game wrecker on defense. The Bears have been building through the draft and free agency, but landing a player like Anderson would be a statement move, signaling to the entire league that we're serious about contending. And let's not forget the emotional and motivational boost this could give the team. Bringing in a player of Anderson's caliber energizes the locker room, raises the standard for everyone, and sets a tone that the Bears aren't just content to rebuild. They want to compete now. The fans would rally behind it, and it would send a message across the league that Chicago is back in the fight for NFC dominance and Super Bowl glory. In the end, all signs point to this being a move that could define the next chapter of Bears football. Whether it happens or not, the mere possibility has us all dreaming of a future where our defense is dominant, and we're once again in the hunt for Lombardi trophies. The NFL is a league of moves, and sometimes the right trade can change everything. For now, we wait and watch, hoping that the front office pulls the trigger on what could be a historic acquisition. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think adding Will Anderson Jr. is the move that takes us to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep the passion alive and keep pushing toward that Super Bowl dream.